Welcome back to our video series on the cold bore shot. We're looking at taking that first shot of the day and the effects, what affects that outcome. We've identified several different factors from before, and this is a pretty wide view. This can get really, really technical, and we will go down that path a little bit later. The three factors that we need to consider, at least that I've identified when it comes to making a cold bore shot, are rifle, ranging and ballistics, and shooter. And what do I mean by rifle? Again, it doesn't mean the brand of rifle that you're shooting. It really just means, well, what's its makeup? Caliber. Is it a lightweight hunting rifle? Is it a target rifle? Is it something tactical? Is it well put together? And again, brand doesn't necessarily matter, but quality will come into this equation. Also, we need to consider what's on the rifle: optic, bipod, other accessories that help in that shooting process. Are all these things on properly? Are they secured down? Is everything straight? That goes into the rifle portion. Ranging and ballistics. Using different rangefinders results in different ranges. If you don't have the range right, the distance at which you're going to shoot, well, you can't plug it into your ballistic solver and get the right outcome. On top of that, your ballistic solver needs correct information on your rifle, your bullet information, velocities, as well as atmospherics. So if that portion isn't right, again, it's going to be tough to have success downrange. Then after that, the shooter comes into play. What kind of shooter are you? What positions can you get in? Are you comfortable in the fundamentals? Are you able to execute those? You know, I have days where sometimes it's like, I just started doing this and I don't understand. But if you practice, you're able to do those things more consistently. But keep this in mind, when you're out in the field, maybe you're not target shooting or maybe you're hunting. Is that position that you're able to get in, is it prone? Is it a modified prone or something else? All these different factors come into, well, making this cold bore shot. The example I used in the first video was, are you at the range shooting at still targets, or are you on a hunt? Because that cold bore shot, that first round that comes out, has a different impact, so to speak, depending on the scenario. Just because I'm on the range shooting at steel and there's nothing at stake per se, doesn't mean that I shouldn't be any more focused on having a good, solid cold bore shot, first round impact every single time that I can. So in our last video, we shot an Accuracy International ATXC. It was in 6.5 Creedmoor with Berger 105 grain hybrid target. We got a first round impact. I think it was 970, 980 yards. Today, we're shooting something different. So let's get on with our one and done cold bore shot. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna range. I'm gonna do that before I get on the rifle so I don't have to get back up. We're looking at a silhouette shaped target that's hanging at an angle. So this always presents an interesting challenge. I'm ranging roughly 744, and I'm going to check that with a few. I have the Leupold BX4 rangefinding binos right here. 748. .747, 748, the SIG Kilo 10K, 745. I'm gonna go 745. Okay, we're on the rifle now, so let's talk a little bit about that. What we've got is a 308, so we're not shooting 6mm Creedmoor, which is a very fast round. I was traveling roughly close to 3,000 feet per second. We're shooting a 308 that's traveling, I wanna say this is about 26 to 2,700 feet per second. So it could be a little bit more challenging. The distance is 745 yards, and again, we've got a target that's leaning at an angle, kind of a Coke bottle IPSC shaped type target. The rifle is a Falcor 7 action with the Krieger barrel, and it's inside a Falcor chassis. So this is a heavy target rifle, which I like in 308. We've got a Leupold Mark V HD up top, MDT bipod. We've got our Garmin chronograph out front, the 0, just to check the velocity. And we're shooting factory Hornady match, 168 grain ELD match. And oh, this is the wrong ammo. This is the wrong ammo. So we have an interesting situation, one to learn from. I have the wrong ammunition. I thought this was the 168 grain BTHP, which this rifle is currently 0 to set up for. So this is a different bullet than what this rifle is set up for. But you know what? We're going to take the shot anyway, because you may show up in the field with the wrong stuff and you may have to do what you have to do. So we're going to shoot this ammo anyway. It'll be a good lesson. We'll see what actually happens. I'm going to go into my Hornady app, the Fordoff app. We're going to put in our atmospherics. We identified 745 will be the range. 745. Let's see what we got going on down here with wind. Maybe a very slight left to right. The most is 1 mile per hour. So 5.9 is our come up. Our turrets are zeroed out after each session. Gonna load our 1 round in our mag. Make sure this is up and running. I don't know the differences between these two as far as BC is concerned. Obviously, it's going to be a higher BC with this match grade bullet. That's my assumption. So maybe we're going to shoot over. That's my prediction. Okay, so we're not doing the trigger cam. Let's see what we get. I'm going to aim low on this target at this distance just because I'm going to assume again higher BC on this bullet. I don't know how much higher though. I was correct and I didn't aim low enough. So, yeah. Okay, we're doing the follow-up video from yesterday. 745 on a slanted Coke bottle shaped type IPSC-ish type target, piece of steel. Yesterday, came out with the wrong ammunition. I had the 168 grain ELDM. I went ahead and shot the ammo anyway, not having zeroed it with it, having any velocity data, but I typically shoot this 168 boat tail hollow point, so I didn't think they'd be far off. Well, it shot over the target by about 1/2 mil, so it was going a little bit faster. This is what it should be, so we're gonna go with this today. This is the 168 grain boat tail hollow point from Hornady. Everything's dialed up. We're at 5.8 for 745. Cameras are rolling. So we're gonna go for a 1 and done. It's pretty calm. Should just be a nice straight up hold, which I never mind. And we're trying to be expedient just due to time on this particular platform, which we weren't supposed to have today. So we were fortunate enough to get on here. Let's take our time, calm down. So you can hear I've been in a rush. So I'm gonna take this time to calm down, bring everything down for this one shot. And we talked about those scenarios, target shooting and hunting, whatever you're doing, especially when you're hunting, you're going to probably be in a situation where you're feeling a little rushed, and it's going to be necessary to calm yourself down. So we're going to go with this. Impact. Okay, so that's one shot. Again, we followed up on the second day. That's the first round impact, completely cold bore, with the ammunition that I'm supposed to actually be shooting for this in this rifle. So we have a successful hit. So let's cover those things again. We have our rifle. I'm very confident in this setup. This is one of my target rifles. This is the rifle that I shoot the most and probably have for the past year or so. Chambered in 308, nothing fancy as far as chambering. It's a heavy rifle, about 23 pounds. Ranging and ballistics. This ballistic data has been trued up in this rifle for a while. Actually changed lots of ammo not too long ago, so I had to redo that. But I'm confident in that. We had a range from yesterday, and having taken that shot yesterday with the different ammo, I was pretty confident from the ranging and ballistic side of things. From the shooter perspective, again, kind of rushed today, trying to get this done so I can get off this platform here in the next 12 minutes. So heart rate's up a little bit, breathing, all that type of thing. You could make a small mistake. This time we did not. We got everything right. I'm going to shut this down. I think we got all our cameras running and everything as it should be. So again, this is a cold bore shot, first round impact. That's exactly what we're looking for. Next time we come back, I can change out rifles and ammunition. Since this is one and done, I can change out and start over. We'll see if I do that. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please go ahead and drop a like, subscribe as well. And if you have a friend or someone that you know of that would be interested in this type of content, please share it with them.